And we're back. Looks like a four-digit lock. Four-digit lock. Need a basta. Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait, do you think the burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe. Bean dip sandwich. Okay, I won't ask. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record? Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers? I know what to do. I've got just the thing. Well, I have an idea.
I knew it, Apollo. What is it?
Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are. This. When you press the buttons, you have to touch them. With your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code.
Not bad, Apollo.
So, adjusting for prints, and the way the microphone of my laptop works, I have to talk really loudly. Or doesn't that work? Hey, it doesn't work. Come on. Objection! That works. Objection! It doesn't work. Come on. Where's the microphone? I don't know. I don't know where the microphone is on my laptop. It's somewhere. Objection! Yelling objection works. 7, 9, 5, and 2. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. Code confirmed. Nice. The wave of games that taught people to blow. This looks like a medical chart, but there's an X-ray in here with it. An X-ray? Can't make the heads or tails of it. I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says Walkie-Kitaki. So this is Walkie, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in this safe? Let's see, the physician's signature says Palmeractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here what it says, who filed the chart. Let's see, Nurse Alida Tiala. Alida Tialida is what? God, it's not a name. It's Alida Tiala. Alida Tialida. But okay, Alida Tialida. Now I can't pronounce it anymore. Alida Tialida is Walkie's fiancée. That's one Ida too many, Apollo. Okay. Yeah, that was funny. It seemed like a typo. Or some localization mistake. Some spelling error, something. But no, it was a joke. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Well, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic. Oh, that she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. Well, Alida Tiala worked at the Maractus clinic, and she had access to Walkie-Kitaki's medical chart. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. Double P, 1 L. Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? I'm not gonna say that. Something else? Yeah. Oh! Bullet. This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of the safe? Yeah, walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkie. Yeah, that's the pun. And hey, the bullet came out. The tip was all squished. Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Walkie-talkie. The pun of his name was all obviously walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkie. Like, they're pretty much all puns. Or maybe not this one. You can't make them all punny. Wesley Stickler? I don't know. Lucy Wright. Dr. Hayfield. Guy Aldoon. It doesn't all work. They're not all puns in this case. Lafayette Gavin. But in the other Phoenix Wright games, there were basically all puns. All names were puns. The window is ajar. That must be how our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. It was just a burglar who happened to pick here? Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. Okay. Aldoon's house? Oh. Mr. Aldoon is gone. He's the one who can decipher the medical chart. But we gonna go to People Park. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone's trained in the ways of science. Next you'll have us analyzing face prints. You know. Is the ring? Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. These sandals. Yes. Did you find something? Well, scientifically speaking, these are a pair of women's sandals. Pretty cute too. We found them in the lobby at the Maractus Clinic. Say, this sandal has a toe mark. A toe mark? You mean a toe print? That I do. You can analyze it just like a fingerprint. This little clue might be a real windfall. Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints. So we won't know whose it is. I guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. So, do I have to present the fingerprint powder? Yeah. I guess you could put it that way. And you two know how to dust footprints on your own now. Make sure to examine everything you find on... Oh, I can examine them myself. So, check. I wonder, could this be a print? I'll switch to... Oh, whoops. The bottom. I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence. And once again, I have to yell very loudly into the microphone because otherwise it can't do us for prints. Woo! Hey, it worked! That looks like a big toe, maybe? Because people wear slippers and walk on their hands. That's a toe print. Not a fingerprint. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? I feel like the case is solved already. What was next? We have to match the print, right? Right, let's match it. Wait. The detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her? No, it was... Oh, okay. You should ask her, get some expert advice. I guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. Oh, that's not very nice. And this one. Zoom in. Hey Apollo, you think this is... this could be a toe print. You can get a print off of this. And again, I have to talk very loudly because I want to like dust this dust this toe print so that I can see whose it is. And this isn't working. This is. Objection! Come on. Almost there. Almost. Just a little bit more. Yeah. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe. A list of toe prints? Oh, good point. Which means we can't match this print. But we do have discovered both of the prints. So now we can... Snaps on a latex glove. It's okay, I'm an expert. Oh, no. Trust me, I'm a doctor. No. Election! What? Overruled. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that. Definitely not. Sting. Okay. Ah, the slippers. A toe print. But we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is what? All you need is a sample of the same toe print, of another shoe, for instance. Oh, right, so if the prints match, you know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Got one right here. Can you compare this sample with this other print? Take that! This pair of sandals, toe print and all. Ooh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course, hang on. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the top screen. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. Perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Boxers in the inventory. Those are panties. Trucy's panties. And Little Plum's bloomers. You can call them boxers if you want. I'm not stopping you. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Ah, bloomers. I want to talk to Phoenix Wright. Yeah, is he here? Wakefield Clinic.
Ah, the prodigal attorney returns.
Prodigal.
Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today.
Here to discuss something?
I could use a little diversion.
What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright! Tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know.
Certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point.
"7 years ago, I was standing in the courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you?" "Yes. He was only 17 years old at the time." 17 years old? That's still high school! That's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. They are not. Well, not in Holland. But I can tell you, high school doesn't end before when someone is 17 years old.
I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all.
That's all? How could that be all?
What do you mean?
What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you.
Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself?
How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial?
Did you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. We're talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick.
I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence. Maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But
I'm not an attorney anymore.
That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery for now. The sleeps are creeping in? Okay, have a good night. Dune's house. Nope. Kentucky Mansion. People Park? That's her again. Where do I have to go? The detention center? Alright. I think I know.
So, don't cry, Angels. Daddy's back, and Daddy's... Oh, you again!
You always have to announce your entrances like that?
Man, my old man. He... man. Now I'm all in a funk, and it's his fault.
One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed clearly.
You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go.
Some days I wonder why I do what I do. So what I have to do now is present these, of course. Bucky, you don't happen to recognize these. These, don't you?
Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her.
For Miss Tiala?
Yeah, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad, so cute, man.
So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling.
What's up with the funky vibes?
guy's hat. So does not suit him. True.
Hey man, you won't see me bugging about one or two guilty charges.
Blue Beanie says, Papa, yeah, totes my style.
But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they?
You didn't really do it, did you?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
I've learned one thing today, is that silence speaks louder than words.
Man, my old man is whacked. Disappointed, that's what it is.
I heard he wants to leave the mob.
Over my dead body! I spent my life trying to keep it real being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clinic, clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family.
Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail for my sake. Hey, is there anything else should I?
Oh, what's that? Some kind of x-ray?
Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours.
Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right?
I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look, here in particular. It says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala.
Huh? You'll always do your homework.
So you met Miss Tiala when you...
Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So?
Could you tell us a bit more about the circumstances of your meeting?
Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. They came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks.
The Maractus Clinic?
That's where I met her, my fallen angel.
You mean Alita Tiala?
She was scared of me at first, turns out. You know what they say? The bad guy always gets the ladies.
Right.
She was done with that clinic anyhow. It was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said?
What did she say?
Come on, give it some time.
She said, like, real quiet, like, on the down low, you know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
I'll leave if you'll marry me. So, that was a proposal?
You didn't know it, an oath of love. Right there in the hospital room.
I think I might have heard the doorbell. I'm gonna run down for a second. Nope, false alarm.
Just like that, the op was done, and we were out of there. See you later, bye.
What about that op?
Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me.
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said?
Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying?
But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup?
Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. Hey, I'm still living at large now, aren't I?
Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before?
No, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups.
I must bid you good night. It's been a long day on my A little sleep, my friend. Pleasure hanging out. See you next time. Okay, good night, hero. Thank you for stopping by. It was fun.
Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean.
Okay. And he is back. June 16th, Alduin's house. I keep hearing something. I don't know what it is. Oh. Okay.
Mr. Aldoon, we've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Trusty Doll?
Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still.
Mr. Aldoon, is everything okay?
I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor said days were gone for good.
Mr. Aldoon.
Mr. Aldoon, could you take a look at this?
Huh? A medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics.
Why the sudden silence, Mr. Aldoon?
What? What's going on here?
That's what we want to know. The chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder.
On trial? That's crazy! You gotta put him on trial. He's ABD!
ABD?
All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates, and someone's about to answer.
Can you tell us why?
Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son.
No way. It's like he's a completely different person.
Whoops. Wrong button. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fellow is not doing well. He's got a bullet right up the side of his heart.
That's right.
Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see the bullet stuck in there.
Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it?
Well, not the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on.
What?
A bullet snug as a bug in there, next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there's going to be some serious bleeding going on there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with.
You mean?
It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck there where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
Of course, with the heart problem and the lungs working, got bullets on the move. I give him another half-year tops.
But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago.
That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on the He should be on an operating table.
Great, just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there?
I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open and on the table, and he finds a bullet. Despair right there, Trusty Doll. Cold despair.
Spare?
But the only thing he could do was to soothe the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out.
Walkie-talkies.
You bet. This kid's is their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Wilkie's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
Oh, awful.
And which doctor could they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them. He could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die.
There's a doctors in this world, Trusty Doll. Waiting. Hungry. Compared to it, these gangsters' wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, Well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. They'll take you all the same.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So, Walkie...
He's real lucky to be alive even now.
No! There's one problem. Apollo? This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right, this operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, I think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking, Apollo? What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Okay. I have about another 30 minutes before I'm gonna have to stop and go study. I'm gonna cut it off right here for it to be a separate episode. So I'll be right back in actually just a few seconds.